In kindergarten, I learned to listen. In elementary, I learned to play. In high school, I learned to have a personality. Thanks to VeNoM, my best friends Vien and Mac, together with me, Neil. So, let me tell you about the formative stage of VeNoM before it began after our reunion in the college days in 2012 of November 5th. So, it started as early as 2004 when we were first year high schools in the same section, me, Vien, and Mac. So, we three formed what is popularly known as the VeNoM fraternity. And even United States, the major power in the world, fear the name VeNoM because of its destructive psychological laser. So, let me tell you the beginning story of our high school days. So, the ignition of VeNoM is my hobby to create comics in papers even back in elementary, and I continued that hobby in high school art. And I draw vandalism in my own desk, which is covered with Manila paper, so I was able to draw on it. And Mac and Vien happened to pass on my desk because they eat lunch like me inside the classroom while the rest is eating in the canteen because they are rich and they are successful in elementary like me, so they manage to personally eat in the classroom like me. And they like games, they like adventure games when they are kids, so they'll pick up the habit to walk to find treasures in the real world, whatever treasure is that, in their high school minds back then. And they noticed the funny thing in my desk and they read it, they appreciate the drawing, and they asked me about it. And I said I was inspired to draw on my desk because of the games I played. I am a gamer like Vien and Mac. And they decided to make friends with me because we three are gamers. So we shared our first common game, Ragnarok Online. And that's why we became close to each other more. We meet in the Midgard universe of Ragnarok Online. And we treasure those moments. And we party in the dungeons. We and my friends Vien and Mac give me items as a bonus or adventure time. And we can't forget that. And it is like a friend zone in dating, but with boys in the band. So we separated because we graduated in high school. We entered different colleges, and but I hear them from time to time in Facebook. So after my fourth year in college, when I finished my job in senior 7 back in 2012, I decided to reunite with Vien and Mac because their faces are more vivid to me as I reuse Facebook. Those two faces of Vien and Mac are what I remembered the most. I can trust them to keep my secrets. I know that because everything goes smooth when I share time with Vien and Mac. And that's why I decided to go back to them after college and update what is our relationship on that moment in 2012. Where are we now? How are we related after years back in high school? So when we get together again after so many years, it just feels like yesterday. And that's it. That's why it's natural for us to create a fraternity in November 5, 2012 that day. So that's the formative stage of VeNoM, guys.